All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets. We're going to be diving into the crypto gaming landscape, and we're going to look at some opportunities that I think in the future now you need to be looking at during these times and during these dips, as we're seeing major dips in the market, not great inflation news across the board. And as we're seeing the 24-hour Bitcoin's down 3%, we have Polygon down 5.76%, even Avalanche with all their bullish catalysts down 7% over the 24 hours. We'll talk about some opportunities because definitely at this moment in time, I'm still sitting on my hands. If you watched last edition of In the Game, I said I am not buying at this moment in time because I think some better opportunities are going to open up. We'll talk about the markets. We'll talk about the projects I'm eyeing down the most as well. So like this video, subscribe to the channel as well for daily shows and alpha here every single day on Crypto Banter. Shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game as well. We have Bybit, one of the leading exchanges in all of crypto. NordVPN, navigate safely across crypto and Web3. Never compromise your IP address. I would always say to use a VPN when you navigate crypto. So NordVPN down below. And then SIDUS HEROES. SIDUS HEROES is a AAA intergalactic experience as far as Web3 gaming is concerned. They have their Xena mobile battle royale game. They also just got a big listing for their SIDUS token. Galaxy SIDUS. SIDUS gets listed on KuCoin. So shout out to our sponsors over at SIDUS HEROES. They're building very, very quality products that can be played on any device, which I think is amazing as far as adoption goes. So big listing for our sponsor, SIDUS. You can get more on our sponsors down below in the description. Now, let's take a look at the market. So as we see here, people scared of a 7% dip after all the gains. Yeah, so I think the sentiment across the board is a pretty bearish sentiment, right? When you look across crypto Twitter and stuff like that. Now, I do want to also shout out one project that we talk about quite a bit, and that's Seedify. As we see that last week when we had Levent on the show, Levent held back on this. I asked specifically if there were any tokens that were gearing up to launch. And, definitely he held back that alpha. I tried to pry it from him, guys. But introducing you, ChainGPT, our first AI incubation project for the game-changing solution for navigating the complex world of crypto and blockchain technology. This project, ChainGPT, has blockchain analytics, AI trading, smart contract development, AI auditing, source of crypto news, dev assistance, and more. So that's a pretty cool project. As you mentioned, they had brought on AI launch pads for their platform. So big pump here, 10% over the last 24 hours. Given the fact where the market is too, that's pretty impressive as far as Seedify is concerned, as far as going against the market that hard. And I'm going to definitely keep my eye on that project, ChainGPT. And Seedify is always pushing those top quality projects. So that is one that is going against the grain. Now, before we dive into the narrative, all I see is opportunity. Buy the dip down to 10K. Respect the pump, buy the dip. So the sentiment in the chat seems to be, this is all opportunity. And that's all you should be seeing whenever you look at the markets, whenever it is in a bearish trend, or we see, the market's kind of falling in this kind of free fall manner, right? If you are a long-term holder of this and you are thinking long-term, Bitcoin at $20,000 is, that's going to be a steal down the line. And we all know that, but you have to try to position yourself to get those best opportunities. And I think that we're going to see quite a bit of a cool off for a couple of reasons. Coinbase, they have their build on base. They announced obviously nothing that doesn't help the markets at all. And their layer 2, how many people are actually going to use Coinbase's layer 2? Like Coinbase's NFT flopped. What makes us think that Coinbase's Ethereum L2 is going to be this magical solution? I don't really see this as, I think it's going to be once again, potentially one of those things that just doesn't get utilized, kind of like Coinbase NFT. And it's not really a mover or a shaker for the space. So, they were kind of hyping up for this announcement. So that was kind of disappointing to see. And there was absolutely no market movement from that. Becker thinks that 25K was the top. He thinks it was soon. It thinks it's too soon to declare bearish ultimate victory, and he's watching the S&P. And yeah, the S&P is definitely not looking great. We had the crypto rally. We had the rally after FTX to kind of bring us up after that Black Swan event. I mean, obviously we got down to what, 15K. And, you know, if you had DCA strategies at those times and you were stacking up on the crypto gaming alts, like, you know, we go over every single day here on In the Game, you positioned yourself very, very well during this rally. But now we're seeing the S&P declining and cooling off. The S&P was rallying very hard. And now after that Black Swan recovery for crypto, we're probably going to trend pretty closely to the S&P for the short term. And I'm going to go over a couple projects that I have my eyes on. OP killed it today. OP is killing it today. It looks like bulls incoming to take up the downside dip. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know that, you know, if we see some sort of a rally back up, I don't know that we're really going to hold in those levels. I think we will see a little bit of a downwards trend for a little bit, guys, but I think that's only going to give us opportunity. That's only going to give us opportunity. And you have to just look ahead and kind of see what's developing in these markets. We called for 24 to 27 Bitcoin for a long time. We finally got to that 24.7 range, 24.7K. And, you know, that's where we did take a few profits and we were able to secure some of our gains during this big run. And now we're seeing a little bit of a fallout from that run, but there's big opportunities during this time period. So this opportunity, okay, Sunny Impact, opportunity to short, certainly there is, but I'm looking at more opportunities for better prices for my long-term positions. I'm not buying yet. Just like last year, I'm not buying yet. I'm not deploying capital. I'm securing some of my profits, and I'm securing, you know, what I want to keep long-term and what I'm in for the long-term, what prices, you know, kind of evaluating everything. But right now I'm waiting for better entries. But this is the stack potentially. I tweeted this, the gaming and metaverse stack that'll take you into ascension during the next bull market, stuff like MATIC, AVAX, Gala, Magic, PYR. And let's talk about some of these. Now, this has gone even lower, 1836 for Avalanche. Avalanche is coming off of a week where they have partnered up with Tencent Cloud, going to help them out with not only their back-end technology just for the blockchain, but this is a big mover for gaming, as 𝗏𝗁𝗁 himself from Ava Labs said that this is a huge mover for the AVAX gaming side of things. And then we see one of the biggest streaming platforms in India, which is one of the markets that people want to tap into the most. If you ask a Web3 game, a mobile game, anything like that, what market they would like to tap into, it's like, you know, Southeast Asia and, you know, and those types of markets. And the India market, 50 million users use this platform, LOCO, which they just partnered with. This is bringing it right to the Avalanche subnets, as you see here, that they are building on Avalanche subnet technology, which is just their layer one technology bundled up to where they can use it in their own way and use it for their own users. So you have to think, with the market taking this big of a hit, I'm going to look at Avalanche as one of the next Polygon-like opportunities. They also partnered with Amazon. They also brought out their Hyper SDK platform. So Taco asks, what are my long-time holds? For example, I'm definitely holding on to Avalanche, but I'm certainly looking for better entries on Avalanche. And I think that Avalanche is going to end up potentially being a big winner out of this dip. If you wait and you are patient and you get the best of this dip here and you are ready and you have you have money stables on the sideline, I think Avalanche is going to be one of the big opportunities, kind of like Polygon, because of all their business partnerships. The next time that we do have that rally after this bearish downtrend, you're going to see a lot of opportunity and explosive gains on Avalanche. So Ted, yeah, good range. $15, $16, $16, $15. I'd definitely be looking at some Avalanche, no doubt about it. I'm looking for dips on Polygon. Obviously, we had the big, FUD. They had the layoffs. Sandeep came on Rand's show and kind of clarified some of the stuff, but it's still kind of murky. We'll kind of see how the war chest and the future of Polygon is on that side. But the business development side is undisputable. Their team is fantastic with Sandeep and Ryan Wyatt. The product's building there. with all the businesses and Dr. Disrespect's dead drop. I'm looking for some major dips here on Polygon. Polygon got up to $1.52. I think it's going to cool off quite a bit. I think we could see under $1 Polygon again if this bearish trend continues. And I think that that's going to be some really, really good opportunities to get in on Polygon, which, you know, every single day they're bringing more integration. NDGG, one of their partners, is set to play a major role, bringing millions of Indian players on chain. Once again, one of those big markets that they want to tap into. Thrilled to announce that they have found a new host for competitions of the acquisition of Kratos Studio. So a lot of acquisitions and a lot of things that are building underneath Polygon for the future of gaming. I'm looking for under $1 Polygon. It sounds a little crazy, potentially, but I think we could see it. And then one that I am certainly looking for really good opportunities, and I'm probably, it has crept itself up in the top 5 gaming tokens that I have been looking to stack for the long term, and that is MATIC 𝗪𝗓𝗓. So 𝗪𝗓𝗓, this is the leading GameFi platform on Arbitrum. Everyone is looking towards the Arbitrum airdrop potentially. It's a good way to use the platform. You can go on here and you can claim your free tag, your free treasure tag. You can use the Arbitrum chain and start making some transactions that could potentially get you in A, that running for the airdrop, but B, you can start to see what's on MATIC's 𝗪𝗓𝗓. You have the Beacon, which is getting so much love if you look on Twitter. Smolverse, which is a fantastic community. Battlefly, Realm, 𝗪𝗆𝗆. They have a full functioning marketplace, and I'm actually going to be interviewing their team next week, so we'll be able to hear straight from the source. And there we go, 22 Kings, MATIC. I've been trying around 150. I think 150 is a good range. I think 150 is a really good range. I would definitely, even given the market circumstances, it could go lower than that. And I would definitely be loading my bags for the long term. And so 22 Kings, we'll be having them on next Wednesday, March 1st. So come around for that show, and we'll dig in with the team and we'll be able to hear from them. But I'm very bullish on the future of MATIC 𝗪𝗓𝗓. And I think in the next bull run, this market cap is going to be very, very inflated from where it is now, considering the narrative behind Arbitrum and considering that, you know, that hasn't even played out yet. Wait until the Arbitrum hype truly plays out. MATIC 𝗪𝗓𝗓 is going to be the front of that, and like the crypto gaming metaverse side of things. And then quickly, some other ones that I am looking at during this dip are Gala. Gala is sinking fast here as far as the price. If Gala gets below 3.5 cents, it might be time to potentially consider a DCA if you're a long-term holder. But it's going down pretty quick, down another 7% over the last 24 hours, about to dip below 4 cents here pretty soon if this continues in the bearish trend. So I'm looking at Gala to dip below 3.5 cents, and then I might be making some DCAs there. I think Vulcan Forged, 325 would be my target. 325 would be my target on Vulcan Forged. And I think a small cap like WilderWorld, despite the potential of the project with the metaverse, with the cribs, with the crafts, with the cars, it's one of the best looking games in all of the space. The Miami environment, the game, it's fantastic. And Frank and the team at WilderWorld have done a fantastic job building this, but a low cap token is going to get beat up during these time periods. I think you can get really good entry opportunities on something like WilderWorld. I'm looking at something lower 30-cent level, maybe even into the 20-cent levels. And I'm also looking at Highstreet for the metaverse narrative. I don't really want to have involvement in the sandboxes. I don't need the multi-billion-dollar market cap metaverses. I'm looking at the metaverses that have tons of upside potential, that are building super quality products, partnering with big brands, and really have great Web3 communities. And I think that WilderWorld and Highstreet fit those categories for me. Those are my 2 upside metaverse plays. And I'm watching for big dips on Veracity below 0.0065. 0.0065 would be my target for potential DCAs here on Veracity. So that is going to be it for the show. I'll take some comments here. MATIC, $23 next bull. Ooh, I would love that. My bags would love that. I think that's a very bullish prediction, but yeah, hey, If that happens, I'd be a happy guy. Wild is an amazing project. 𝗬𝗚𝗚𝗏 is really the only good metaverse project. I completely agree. Phantasma Soul, still bullish. I like that their market cap's fully diluted and the same market, the circulating market cap are the same. And I think that there's still more adoption coming into their platform. I can't see MATIC going below. Yeah. No, I don't think it goes below that either. PYR, what's missing? Adoption and a major game. They need one product on their platform specifically that is just a hit. They need like a hit game. Super Farm, I'm bullish on Super Farm. It's Superverse now, but yeah, I'm bullish on Super. SIDUS, I'm very bullish on SIDUS, sponsor of the show, obviously full disclosure. But yeah, SIDUS's game looks fantastic. The mobile game is really fun. You can hop into it on your mobile phone now. SIDUS price, I mean, guys, it's these smaller cap games. They're going to, like, they had the listing today, SIDUS, but you have to think there's going to be better opportunities if this downtrend continues. These lower cap games are going to take some hits. They're going to take some hits during these time periods. So sit on your hands and wait, and I guarantee you might see some better prices. Senate versus SIDUS. I like Senate better as a longer-term investment, but some people like SIDUS. I've heard both as far as that ecosystem goes. I think Senate's the better token to invest in personally. All-time high PYR is like $44 all-time high. It's about 10x from its all-time highs today. Network, it's fallen out of the realm of my top metaverses. DCA into AVAX rather than MATIC at this moment? Yes, I would. I think that's a much more upside potential. Silicon Valley, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. We really appreciate that. Steady Stack versus 𝗦𝗵𝗴𝗽. Love both teams. You're killing me. Oh, man. I'm all in on 𝗦𝗵𝗴𝗽, but I also love, RPH and Zan from Steady Stack. So, I don't know. Titans versus bunnies. I would take a Titan, but that's just me. Do opposite of YouTube influencers. Coca-Cola. That means you would be buying, I guess, because I said we're going to get better prices. So, hey, if you're going to take that strategy, you can just buy now. That'd be up to you. It's not what I'm doing. And this is never financial advice. That's the point. This is never financial advice. I'm never telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. And we played the upside move very well. We were able to take some great profits off the table during the crypto gaming run here with the metaverse narrative and everything that was behind it. And now we're going to reload them. We have some capital on the sidelines. And I'm sitting there with my hands underneath me, and I'm not going to trade for a bit. And I'm going to wait for better prices because I think we're going to see better prices. I'm going all in now. Yeah, exactly, guys. All right. Shrapnel versus BR1. Shrapnel. MATIC has more upside than Avalanche. Yeah. Long term. Long term. My bags are I'm loaded up on both, so I'm happy with both. 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 is a good project. Magic, one of my favorite projects, as mentioned in this video. Compete looks really good. The game looks like actually one of the best games in the space right now. So pure products perspective, Compete looks really good. Remark probably has the most upside potential inside of the Polkadot Kusama narrative. Blur, bearish. Sandbox, I think that there's better upside plays like WilderWorld and Highstreet in the metaverse narrative, but Sandbox is here to stay because of their partnerships. Chain Games, I haven't heard much from them in a long time. I think the competitive side of things is there, but I need to hear more from Chain Games. Jasmine, not too caught up on Jasmine. Nakamoto Games is building a lot. They have a lot on their platform. I'm going to need to do a refresh and kind of see what's been going on recently, but Naka is still building. I can tell you that. Ultra, I'm still bullish on Ultra long term. I think Ultra doesn't get talked about as much because they are a little under the radar. Once Ultra Games comes out and they're distributing 150 plus games on their app, I think it's going to really send them into the next level. VV, good project. Not bullish on the tokens. It's just, I don't know. The action with the OMI, I don't know. very, very weird ecosystem in that regard, but I like what they're doing. Yeah, AI Arena looks really good. 𝗏𝗏, bullish on 𝗏𝗏 long term. It's one of my favorite low caps. Saitama, okay, so CA Slots, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Saitama, I'm not a meme coin trader. But that doesn't mean technically that it can't do well. I think Saitama in a bull run probably does really well, but personally not a fan of Saitama or anything like that. What happened to Realms of Eternity? They rebranded to a new project name. I am staying far away. Decimated's game looks good. Star Atlas, I wouldn't be investing in their token at this moment in time, and I think you're going to see much lower prices. How low could we go? Great question. The question that everyone needs to be asking is, did we see the bottom on the last run, right? Was 15,000 that area, 15, 16,000? Was that the bottom whenever we saw the FTX Black Swan? Or are we going to see lower than that? That's the question, because real estate hasn't popped technically yet, and we still haven't seen like the debt crisis pop in America, the credit card debt that is at an all-time high. That hasn't played out truly yet. If that plays out, I don't know. Could we set a new low? I think for now, my target for the low, I don't know. It's really hard. You know, the bottom price, like I said, this is going to be very hard to predict. I think we may have seen the general bottom. Maybe we go back down to 17K. I think maybe we go back down to 17K in the short term. Float in that area for a while. The S&P continues to take a hit, and then we're going to see some really good opportunities open up. Everyone's asking about what my low prediction is. Everyone's so bearish. Everyone's so bearish. Yeah, the thing is no one knows. So, like, what would my low prediction be? It's just like, yeah, 17K. I'm not saying we're going to 17K, but that's what I think the next low would be if we continue to go downward. 22K with the Chinese narrative. Yep. Real estate won't pop. Bold. Bold. All right, guys. 23-minute show. I didn't even plan to go near this long, but the chat box was going crazy. 400. I don't know what currency that is. Prady with the 400 super sticker. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate that, chat. And this is why we come here every single day with the alpha, talking about exactly what we're looking at. And as mentioned, I'm sitting on my hands, guys. I think we're going to see better prices. And if not, my long-term bags are loaded. So I'm ready both ways. And if you've had a strategy and you've played this thing right, you're ready to go. Just give them hopium. That will not do that. I'm not going to inject hopium. There's enough of that across YouTube, and I'm not going to be one that provides it. So, guys, like the video and subscribe for more value, alpha, and shows here every single day on Crypto Banter and on In the Game. Like the video if you enjoyed the show. Let me know your favorite crypto gaming, AI, metaverse tokens down below in the comments, and I will catch you on Monday. Peace, chat, and as always, play well, my friends.